Hey folks, it's BestInSlot. Welcome to the final episode of our Everglades National Park build right here in Jurassic World Evolution. We've done a lot over the past month or so. We've done lots and lots of different animals, all of them based on real animals you would find in the Everglades. Some of them ones you'd find in, say, the bayous of Louisiana, and a little bit of an Amazon rainforest exhibit as well, but by and large they are all meant to be based on Everglade animals. And this is the final episode. We're going to work on our final big habitat again today, like we talked about last time as well. We're going to bring in the gyrosphere a little bit, kind of pretending it's a hovercraft. Like a... That's not a great example, but you know what I mean. And we're going to load it up with dinosaurs. I want to thank ZZ. I guess it's probably meant to be ZZ, but, you know, English, ZZ. On the comment section of the last video, who gave loads of animal suggestions and loads of dinosaurs that would fit with those animals. And we're basically going to use those suggestions, because I'm lazy. So, we have 4 different species to bring in today, so let's get to work. I did also go and do a little research to make sure these were all viable creatures that we could include in the park. And we're going to start off with the Deinonychus. Bloody Nora. And this is going to be a taiga pattern. It gives it a really nice, like, vibrant sort of green colour. And that is going to be an American green tree frog. Now, that might be an invasive species. I think a lot of the animals in that area are ones that basically people buy pets. And people are stupid, so people buy pets and then people can no longer look after their pets, or people get lazy, or the pets get too big. Probably not the case with the frogs, unless they... I don't know, I'm trying to imagine like a giant frog, and it sounds amazing. But the point is it happens a lot, and people throw away their pets, and then those pets multiply in the wild, and it becomes a problem. Like, you know, ruins the delicate ecosystem. So, that might well be the case, I don't know. Either way, they do exist, I did check. Like, this person hasn't invented a frog, for example. I'm just having a little thing. I want to do a little greenhouse over here. We've talked about that a lot. I was going to do more detail in it. I think we're just going to kind of stick it in there and hope for the best, really. People seem to like that. Let's put that there. Do a little... What colour path have I been using? Yeah, why not? I'm going to swing that down just like that. All about the curves today, folks. Same with this exhibit right here. I'm going to make the boundaries of the exhibit match up with the boundaries here of the monorail. Just because I think it looks cool. Really, there's no other reason. And it's quite fun to... I know it's sad, but it's quite fun to match along like this. That's getting a little bit chunky already, it must be said. Now, how far does this go? Right, okay. So that goes over to there. That just makes me happy. Like, clearly everything makes me happy, but that does make me happy. And we'll just round off at the back as well, just because my animals have spent the entire bloody game trying to escape, so I'm gonna just get ahead of that right from the start this time. Nobody's allowed out. Don't forget, you're here forever, all that kind of nonsense. After this, we'll of course do a tour in a future video, and then a helicopter tour. I'm going to have to remember what the name of my helicopter pilot was, if anyone can recall. But then, I think we're going to do a cryptid zoo next. Someone also suggested a Pokemon zoo, like based on Kanto or Johto or any of them really, and I really like that idea as well. So we're going to do that in the future. We're going to mix things up a little bit more, go a little bit nutsier with it. The game's been out for 2 years and I'm still here trying to come up with new builds, you know. It's at some point we just have to go a little bit crazy. Now, I had a little bit of a plan for how I want to do this. Let me think about that plan. I'm pretty sure that plan... No, I've got a little bit of an idea, just to mix things up a little bit more. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get rid of all the water. And I'm going to get a new throat, because mine does not work anymore, unfortunately. And we're going to do a path, and that's going to come out to around here. It's going to be a beautiful curve, which that is not. Got to remember that you can actually delete from the path tool. You just have to hit the delete key. Got a bit of a plan. It's gonna look nonsense, but that's okay. Everyone loves a little bit of nonsense. Okay, cool. So the idea is you're gonna walk around here and you're gonna get on the gyrosphere, right? You get rid of that. You'll see why. So we talked about this a little bit in the last video, but I will show you what I mean. So they're gonna come over to there. This is going to go around there as tight as possible. That's the way we like it. Tell you what, we should put the gyrosphere in first. Enclosures, right? Yeah. Oh my god, it's a giant. Absolute bloody unit. Right, okay. Wait, does this work? I might have screwed up here. That's fine, it's fine. It is back to front, however. We go the other way first. Yeah, sweet. Okay, cool. I need to think here. I did have a plan. I'm not saying it's a good plan, but I did have a plan. Alright, let's get this in. Okay, look at that. Beautiful! Beautiful! Let's get rid of the water. We'll just get rid of all the water, basically. We can add it in later on. That's absolutely okay. Right, we actually can't get back to work on this yet either. So the idea was that you couldn't walk across here. I was going to build like a little, like a waiting station where you could walk, you know, like I mentioned this in the last video, but you walk up to a train track and it goes, burp, 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 and a little arm comes down. It's like, yo, stop, you're going to get hit by a train, you know, nincompoop. So you stop so you don't die. And then the train goes, and the train goes past. I've been watching a lot of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I realised that when I do videos, I'm basically D and just do stupid noises for no apparent reason. This doesn't work, I've just realised. Anyways, you have to wait. And the idea is to kind of replicate that in our pathing system. It's not going to work, but that is the idea. What I need to do is fit both sides of it in here, and then get this as tight as humanly possible. Like so. Let's tell you what, that's not bad. All that for... Anyways. Little dalliance up the hill there, a little scramble down here to the bottom. Why not? Look at that. Beautiful. What an absolute disaster that is. It's amazing. Right. Ah, how close can I get? Oh my god. Right, okay. Okay, right, let's get the exhibit just built, because then we can kind of, you know, shove out more dinosaurs as well, which is important. At the moment, I mean, how's this going to work? I did not think this through. Okay. No, this will work. This will work. I'm confident this will work. I'm not confident. Confident is not the word. I think I can squeeze through that gap there, though. I think it's going to be tight. Okay. Let's just get rid of the path. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. And then that connects onto there. Question mark? Yeah, looks good. Good's a strong word. Right, okay. I didn't want to just do a simple gyrosphere exhibit. I just want to do something a little bit weird, you know? Oh, what a pain this is. Oh, stop, jamming. This makes me very sad. It keeps latching over here, but I want the little bit in between, you know, and you literally cannot get that little bit in between. It's very upsetting. I'm gonna have to go up and then down. Boo. Oh, stop it! Why do you hate me, game? I've been so good to you over the years. I really have. I don't deserve this hatred. Okay, can we squeeze in there? Come on. No. Is anything that I'm doing here making sense? I suppose that's the question. No, okay. Let's get rid of that as well. I just want to get the fence as close as I can to the actual track. Yeah? Okay. And then we put the path back in there. This is fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Path back in there. And then we just finish off the whole thing. Little curve over there. Easy peasy. Lovely stuff. Right. And then this comes forward into there. Okay. So I'll go from that way. There we go. Beautiful. That curves around onto there. Beautiful. Does not in the slightest look like what I wanted it to look like. Oh god. That's okay. It's weird, and weird is cool. I'm okay with weird, I think. We've got a track in, we've got a fence. Right, let's get some dinosaurs. 10 bloody minutes to do that. Right, let's pop out some Tiger Deinonychus. The Deinonychus is a very effective frog, because not only does it have a froggy appearance, but it also has a tadpole-y like appearance. So maybe it's half tadpole, half frog. Tad frog. Frog pole. Other words. I don't know. It looks fine. It looks good. They're good. They are good frogs. I know tadpoles don't ever tadpoles kind of do get that kind of half frog, half tadpole phase, actually. You see it with the little legs and they look a little bit funky. That's what we can pretend these are. They're not quite fully grown, you know? But that's okay. I'm not here to judge. Right. With all that nonsense out of the bloody way, we have a little think here. So, how are we going to make this look? What's the design philosophy? I like the idea of having like one slightly large. We don't really have any large swathes of water anywhere. I know that seems like madness because we've got water absolutely everywhere, but it's all fairly... I'm thinking like maybe it's going to be like a central lake. Maybe like a little bit of land in the middle, right? And we'll put a feeder in there. That'll be cool. We're going to give it a bit of a funkier shape, of course. Yeah. And then we'll just go put loads of trees around all the other places. We're gonna make this one. It's gonna be wet. We're getting wet, folks. It is meant to be the Everglades at the end of the day, and this is specifically an Everglade enclosure. Now we do need to see. It's got this kind of like inny, outy, weedly about kind of feel to it. These are all official terms, by the by, and I kind of need to replicate that a little bit more. I think. Just gonna break that lake up just a teeny bit at the edges. And maybe a little bit of that. So it should feel like the other Everglades exhibits, but with more moisture. Maximum moisture. It's a very different version of Crisis and the Crisis suit. Right, let's shoot more frogs in the face. Okay, so that is one of the animals on our list. The next animal on the list is the Proceratosaurus. I really need 2 hatcheries for this. We're cranking out the dinosaurs. There were many other dinosaur suggestions. I just wanted to stick to species we don't have so far in the park. And apparently the arid Proceratosaurus somewhat resembles a yellow rat snake, which again is present in Florida. Specifically in the Everglades. I've seen pictures of the Florida rat snake. I believe this version of the Proceratosaurus has a grey body and like a yellow crest. Interestingly, the 2 main versions of the Florida rat snake, I think it is the gender dimorphism, but one of them is very, very sort of bright, saturated yellow, and one of them is very much grey, so this might be a really cool combination. And if it isn't this one, we'll get rid of it, and we'll pick a different one. No problems. We're going to have loads of name suggestions today, folks. We're talking probably 17 dinosaurs or something. Going to need naming, so as per usual, do check the QC down below. These guys, these Deinonychus would be small carnivore, Proceratosaurus would be small carnivore, and I'll mention the others as we get to them later on as well. We'll of course be checking the names of these guys as well, but still got a lot of work to do. Busy bee. Acknowledging asset collection request. She's acknowledging my asset collection request. This is the dance, ladies and gentlemen. This is how flirting works. Right, so I want to put the herbivore feeder that we're going to have in the middle. I want to bring the herbivores into that middle section. It's going to feel a little bit like an oasis island in the middle of this big foresty nightmare sort of thing. I would bring in the bait feeder, but there's several reasons we can't. Number one is I still have George installed. As much as I love George, I don't know how appropriate he is for this park. I'll just show you George in case you've forgotten. Do I still have George installed? I think so. Yes, yes, I do still have George installed. I will always have... I'm literally not uninstalling George. If you happen to join my Discord, it is linked down below in the description. I even have an emote for George. So, there you go. Shout out again to Mr. Trodon, who designed George enough. Be free, George! Join your people! Oh, God. Alright, let's get planty, shall we? So again, like the other specifically Everglade ones, we don't necessarily want loads of plants in the water, because that's not really how it looks to me. Usually the water looks quite clear. There's not usually lots of plants sticking out, you know? So a little bit of splash over is okay, but generally speaking we're just going to cover all of the land, get rid of that sickly green texture. We want that nice dark green. We are nearly at the point where you can't see that green anywhere on the entire map. That's the idea. It looks pretty cool, actually. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. I'm not sure how I feel about having like 2 massive enclosures. I don't love that, but generally speaking, it's a pretty cool park. I've got a bit of an idea for the cryptid one as well. I think the whole thing is going to be a tour. It might be a car tour, so we're going to build like our own version of Jurassic Park on Isla Nublar. Talk about it in a sec. Let's take a look at this Proceratosaurus. Oh, it's even better. It's not the one I thought it was, but it is actually better, because it is literally half yellow, half grey. Perfect. Anyways, I'm thinking, so we'll build like our own version of Jurassic Park, but it'll be Cryptid Park, essentially, is the idea. So you'll land, we'll go into Jurassic Park theming, back in time, you know. You'll land, you'll get in the Ranger vehicle, the Jurassic Park vehicle, I should say, and you'll just drive around the whole thing and see all the different cryptids. That's the idea. Not convinced so far. What I think we're going to do as well, we're going to make it a slightly slower episode. What I'd love to do, I love cryptids, we've talked about this. I'd love for each episode to kind of have like an... As we're talking, I really want to focus on the stories of this cryptids. Maybe I'm going to read out some stories about that cryptid from, you know, eyewitnesses and stuff like that. Make it a little bit of an educational thing on cryptozoology as well. Fun story, I actually tried to produce a series like that in the past. I did a... I spent hours on it, hours and hours, and it never went anywhere. But I was doing the first episode on the... I think it's Chupacabra, just to start off with probably this... If we lump Bigfoot and Yeti and all those together... Chupacabra, probably the second most known cryptid, at least in English-speaking countries. Yeah? I would say so. I know if you're in America and in certain places, people always have their local one that they know more, obviously. Hell, Loch Ness Monster would be more known than the Chupacabra over here in England, for example. But I think worldwide, at least in the West, Chupacabra would probably take second place. It depends what you call it, cryptid. Next up on our list, we need Struthiomimus. Default? Default? I don't know. They're saying for a blue heron. Can we make it more blue? Rainforest is very blue. How blue is a blue heron? Is the question. I'm going to very quick... Sorry if you heard that. What's it called? Blue heron. I imagine they're not that blue, which is kind of the point. They're not that blue. Yeah, the default's pretty good. I'll admit. ZZ's got this absolutely bang on. There we go. What are you doing, son? He's knocked out one so far. He's been here for bloody ages. What an absolute slacker. Right, we need more plant life here, obviously. What is this? What's that? Is it coastal? I think it's coastal. Coastal's good stuff. Got a nice colour to it. Anyways. So yeah, I like the idea... Oh no, right, that's what I was saying. So I did actually start doing an educational series. I started building what was going to be like a... I guess a slideshow presentation, essentially, that I was going to click through on Photoshop. And I was building like this... It looked like a chalkboard, kind of corkboard kind of thing, and I was pinning notes onto it and drawing lines and kind of, you know, kind of getting like a rough and tumble Monster Hunter kind of feel to it. I'd love to do that, but I think what I'm going to do is do it down the line. I'm going to actually film it with a video camera, you know, we there presenting and talking about it and doing all that kind of jazz as well. Another reason I backed out a little bit is because there is already some incredible cryptozoology stuff out there, primarily the stuff off Trade the Explainer. Mine would be probably in a more smaller, quicker paced format, if I had to guess, but it does great stuff already. So it's like, you know, why do something that someone else is already doing really well, is, I guess, the idea, but... Hey, we'll see. It's definitely an idea for the future. Anyway, are you done? There we go. Bloody Nora, son. Still not finished, worth pointing out. Taking his frickin' time.
Heading to collect the asset.
If you want to leave loads of name suggestions, I might, before the next video, chuck in more dinosaurs. I think we can probably double up on all of these small guys, pretty realistically, just because it's a pretty big enclosure, and I want them to... You want the dinosaurs to actually be noticeable at the end of the day, I think. How are we doing? Yeah, of course. It's a Struthiomimus. So these like brown and bluish, a little hint of blue on the head. Not far off. I wish it was more blue. Hello, buddy. It's kind of cool to see the default Stroophy. How often do you see a default Stroophy Mimus? Despite it being the first dinosaur that most of us will have ever made in this game. I think it's the first dinosaur I made. So, Stroophy Mimus, small herbivore. Or whatever it is. I can't remember. I think it's small herbivore. Trees! We need trees. I'm going to go a little harder on these trees on this one. Just around the edges, though. I do want it to feel enclosed in a little bit. I know I always do. That's very much a thing for me, but still. This area on the right I'm going to make proper into forest. The idea is that as you're going along on the gyrosphere, you experience like several different sort of environments. And plus it connects it better onto this environment on the right hand side as well. Like so. And I kind of want to block off that exhibit over there as much as possible.
Asset delivery confirmed.
That'll do.
Asset has been
Okay, let's get all these Stroofies knocked out. And then, we're on to our final creature, which is, again, as recommended, the Acrocanthosaurus as our black bear. Black bear being the largest land mammal in Florida, I believe, and the, there's a decent number of them, something like 2,500 of them. I think that was in Florida and not in the Everglades overall, but still, decent number of black bears. Probably invasive, because everything is, but what are you going to do? So the idea was that, carnivores would lurk in the rainforest around, hunting and stalking. You know, the frogs are going to want to live in the rainforesty sort of areas as well, in the redwoods, or whatever they are, the cypress, I think. Whereas our herons, being herons, are going to hang around on the island in the middle and in the deeper water and all that kind of stuff. That makes sense. What I might do, actually, is just to sell the idea that it is deeper water. It's not really working at all, is it? No, it's actually brightening it up. That's the opposite of what I'm going for. Huh, interesting. What if it's a little rocky island? There's rocks in the Everglades. Right? I'm sure there's rocks in the Everglades. I'm sure the Everglade has rocks, okay? On like a basic level. I'd look stupid though. What if we... no, that makes me sad. I hear screams. Why do I hear screams? Is it the game? I hope it's the game. Do I hope it's the... hopefully. What are you on about? What are you worried about? There's nothing there! Oh, there's a Deinonychus. Okay, how did you get out? Oh, did I, Oh, there's a massive gap. Didn't realise. Sorry. Everyone back inside, please. Oopsie daisy. What are you all complaining about? There's nothing to worry about. Oh yeah, there's a large... It's just a frog. No, there's a large man-eating dinosaur roaming around. Has it gone back inside? I think so. Did it kill anyone? Alright, no, it's gone back inside. It's gone back inside. I think. Oh no, it's there. It's there. There it is. Let's see that. Oh. It's having a little nap. Doesn't that look great right there? That really looks nice. There's something about how the parks come... That looks so good! There's something about how parks come together when, you know, the whole thing's done. So when you're looking at one exhibit, you can see the other exhibits in the distance. You see people walking around over here. You see the tower. You see the monorail curtain over there. The trees descending off into the background. I love that view right there. Makes me very happy. What's I saying? It's not what I was going to say, but thank you for trying to help. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Trees! Trees! Go with the triples first, because I like the triples most, and then we will chuck in a couple of little ones in a little bit. Yeah, cryptids. So what I'm saying is, down the line, I still want to do my little presented series on them. But when it comes to the actual one we're going to do here on the channel, we'll take our time a little bit more, you know, building these individual tour exhibits. And then we'll talk about the crypt itself in a little bit more detail than maybe we usually would. And that'll be fun. I get to do some research on cryptids, which will make me happy, so... I'd love to know... Well, we'll talk about... I'll stop talking. We're focused on this series for now, alright? Shut up, BestInSlot. Everything's fine. How did I do the trees over here? There's a couple of them poking around in the wild. Yeah, so let's do that again. In the wild. The trees are escaping. The hobbits would hate that, wouldn't they? Well, not by the end, but at the start. They were very scared about the trees, the hobbits. My headset just turned itself off for no apparent reason. All I heard was this really loud ba-doop, and then all the sound disappeared. Are you nearly out of battery? What are you doing? No, you're in yellow. You're not even on red. You nerd. It's a pretty low-key habitat in a lot of ways. But I wanted it to be. I want to do something else here. To make my herons happy, you know? If I was a heron, what would make a fish feeder? That's what we need. I know nobody's going to use it, because they're not herons, but I think we can pretend, you know? Yeah, that's cool, I like that idea. Can we get more gyrospheres running? That's more like it. Lots of stuff. Bookstore, there you go, bam. Make it super popular. I do like that the inside and outside track, like this track here, is really super close to each other. Hopefully we can get it to a point where the in one is coming in at the same time as the out one. You know, like when you go to a theme park or something, and the roller coaster crosses over with the one going starting or ending, and you kind of like, if you're the one who's just finished, you're like, good luck guys, and if you're on the other side, you're like, oh ho, hope it's fun. I don't know what I'm doing, okay, but that's what I'm getting at. I'm about to see this one come in. Can I just ride you? We'll do this properly in the tour next time. I just want to see the inside bit. Shut up. Oh, see? Oh, good luck, guys. See what I mean? It's hilarious. Right, lads and lasses. Oh, just lads. Right, lads. I will enter big black hole. Oh, and then we're going to pop out an acro. I'll pop out 2 acros. I think this is the... Is this the slightly purple one? Wait, why did I make 5? I didn't want 5 of them. I wanted 2. That's a pretty cool colour scheme for a black bear, actually. I like that, and it's chonky, which I think you want for a bear. Oh, oh no, oh no. Get them out of there, get the stroofies out of there.
En route to pick up the asset.
Don't eat my stroofies.
Picking up asset.
Yeah, they're pretty cool, I like those. Good suggestions, ZZ.
Confirming task.
Yeah, very cool. He's a chunky boy. Don't know what we're gonna do about the rest of them. We're just gonna sit there forever now. But like, we're done. That's all that I'm... Oh, no, it's not, because I need to... Let's pop them all out. Like I said, I want to add a few more stroofies and stuff like that to round out the numbers. So, yeah. Only having 2, though. Should we even have 2? Yeah, this is Mama and Papa. If anyone could think, maybe there's like a smaller, brownish, blackish carnivore we could have for the baby. It could be a Majunga, maybe. Herrera's got a pretty cool black skin. That could be a baby. I like the idea of having a little black bear family. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Anyways, that's our 2 acros. All the others are... I don't know, being sold to McDonald's or something.
Adding task. Acknowledged.
Bump.
Asset to be collected.
Fly, you fools! You are a terrible shot, son. Terrible. That had to... Right, that one hit. I think that's 1 out of 2, though.
Transit has commenced.
Missed. Missed. Come on! He's so dozy. Just... Pachoo! Pachoo! Miss.
Delivery complete.
Miss. That was it. Nice. Good job, buddy.
Collecting asset.
Alright, leave it to do the other one. Let's go check in on our dinosaurs on our final habitat. Okay, don't know what the hell just happened. Very cool. Majestic. Okay, so this was our first one. There's tons of compies in here. I do want to release more dinosaurs into here. I don't know. Especially with the carnivores, you never get that many carnivores. That's kind of the idea. Also, someone mentioned, and I do agree, it's a shame we don't have Spinosaurus here, we don't have
Asset has been collected.
Baryonyx. We have a lack of the Spinosaurids, which seems weird for a wetland. But the whole idea was to represent real-life animals, and at the end of the day, Spinosaurus doesn't really represent real-life animals. So, of course, we could use it for a crocodilian, but we already have that via the Suchomimus, so that's why the others didn't make it in. I'd be scared too, guys.
Transportation complete.
The herons and the frogs having a little gallivant around together. Oh lord, he's coming! I like the fish. I think someone modded the fish. They changed the species. I can't remember what to. You happy, buddy? Yeah. I'm glad that, you know, usually the dinosaurs, we're trying to cram a lot more of them in, so they tend to have quite small habitats. Whereas basically every enclosure here it's a good size. You know, dinosaurs have lots of room to maneuver. Makes me happy. I want to get some nice views. Also, it's really cool building this. I miss when we got new stuff for Evolution. I held out hope for so long. I did. I held out hope after hope after hope. I can safely say I think it's dead at this point in time. The only hope I have left for Evolution to get new DLC at this point is I suspect maybe when Camp Cretaceous comes out, we might get a dinosaur pack to reflect Camp Cretaceous. Maybe? At a push? Honestly, I suspect most of the work now is just spent on, hopefully Evolution 2 and the other game, whatever the hell it is. What's it called again? Jurassic World something? It's not Survivor. It's the remix Survivor, essentially. Hello, my little snake. How you doing? It's like a snake that's been to a rave. It's still got its like glow sticks wrapped around its neck. It's a cool kid. I've not been to a rave in ages. Oh, I'm getting old. Dum 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 dum. Oh, interesting. Can you normally fly into these, right? Just by default? No. Ah, that's cool. So whilst you can't, what you can do... Wait, if I slow down time... I'm going to try this. Okay, and then we stay inside. Nope, see, I can't actually push the camera in there. So we have to very carefully move forward. So we stay in time with it. Oh! I don't know why. It's just cool to know that I can. Where's my bears? I like my bears. What I'm thinking, I promised to make them fairly... What's that? That noise was terrifying. I think it was a beeping or something out there, but it slowed down and went super ominous. It was like a... Anyways, what I'm thinking, I really like doing this kind of stuff, especially in slow motion, and just getting nice views around the park. And also, when it comes to the tour, I want to fly around in a helicopter and do a stupid accent and make stupid jokes, right? And they don't really go together. So what we might do for our parks going forward is do like a double episode for the finale. One where we fly around in a helicopter and we do a tour, and the other where we just watch our dinosaurs. You know, we spend 5 minutes with each habitat just watching them, talking about them. Or not talking at all, maybe I'll just overlay some music or something. And it'll be like a tour, but more like a documentary. I don't know, just more... I don't know, I like that idea. What do you think? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. It would just be this, I wouldn't say a word. There'd be some nice music playing over the background, and we just sit here and you watch your bears for a little bit, and then it'll cut to a different scene. Like a silent nature documentary. Oi! No snapping! Oi! I will turn this car around. That's it, no ice cream for anyone. Right, folks. Zoom out a little bit. That is our Everglades park. I'm going to call it the Wet and Leafy Park, but that is our Everglades themed park done. Officially. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed it, actually. It's been a little bit different than what we usually do. I think the cryptid idea is really cool. I want to do that next. I actually think the Pokemon idea is really cool as well. Someone also suggested a Skull Island idea, and there's actually a mod out there that adds like 5 Skull Island creatures to the game. That could be really cool as well. I think that's definitely on the list. I need someone to make a King Kong mod. We could even bring like Godzilla into that. I don't know. Yeah, okay, wow. It's hard to finish episodes. Oh, names! I'm sorry, I nearly forgot. Right at the end then. Names. Oh, remember to leave your suggestions in the QT. So, we don't have many from last episode. We have, for the Herrerasaurus, Annabelle, Snappy, Scuto, and Monty. And we have Makolo and Bembe. It's a little nod to our next series right there, the Apatosaurus. We'll be back early on next week. I think I am going to do that double video. Therefore, those of you who want to check it out with my commentary and stuff, we have the helicopter tour, and those of you who just want to see the dinosaurs in the exhibits and explore that way, we'll have that as well. I get to screw around with my camera angles and have a little fun with that. Cool, thank you so much for joining me. If you did enjoy this series, please do hit the like button down below. It really helps me out, makes me feel warm and special and fuzzy inside, like a inside out Furby. Thanks for joining me, cheers much as always, bye bye.